from idea to impact, developing a compelling topic proposal for your IIA article. Boom! That's the sound of opportunity knocking future audit leaders. Welcome to the command center of your accounting career transformation. I'm Dr. Fulmore, and today we're diving headfirst into what could be your ticket to the professional big leagues, the IIA Practitioner Article Development Project. Let me hit you with a reality check. You know what separates the accountants who just punch numbers from those who shape the industry? Those who get stuck in cubicle purgatory versus those who get invited to speak at international conferences? It's not just technical know-how, folks. It's your ability to communicate ideas that revolutionize how we think about internal auditing. That's the secret sauce. And that's exactly what we're cooking up over these next 8 weeks. Picture this: your name in print in the Internal Auditor magazine, industry leaders reading your thoughts over morning coffee, CFOs nodding along to your insights. That one article could open doors you didn't even know existed. I've seen it happen to my former students. One wrote about continuous auditing techniques and ended up getting headhunted by one of the big four. Trust me, lightning can strike for you too. This project is your professional passport, stamped with credibility that gets you access to rooms where decisions are made, not just implemented. Project structure. This isn't just any assignment, it's a professional journey divided into 4 critical milestones. We'll craft a topic proposal in week 2 that plants your flag in the audit landscape. We'll develop an annotated outline in week 4 that builds your intellectual framework. We'll polish a partial draft in week 6 that showcases your analytical firepower. And we'll deliver your final article in week 8 that announces your arrival as a thought leader. Each milestone builds on the last. Each piece of feedback becomes your stepping stone to excellence. Your final product: a polished, practitioner-ready article of 1,500 to 2,000 words that you're encouraged to submit to internal auditor for publication consideration. This isn't just academic. This is real-world impact. This project directly addresses our student learning outcomes, 2 and 3, and depending on your topic, may also demonstrate mastery of SLO 1. Translation: your transcript says you know this stuff. This article proves it to employers. Milestone 1. Topic proposal. Now let's zero in on today's mission. Milestone 1, the topic proposal. This is due Sunday of week 2, and listen closely. This isn't just busy work. This is your elevator pitch to the accounting world. Your proposal, your proposal, your proposal, your proposal, your proposal. It's got to grab attention from the get-go. Either your topic captivates your reader, or your reader moves on. Either you control the narrative, or the delete button controls your future. There's no middle ground in professional publishing. Your proposal needs 5 key components: a compelling article title that stops the scroll and makes readers say, "I need this now." A topic overview that sets the stage and frames the problem with crystal clarity. Clear relevance to internal audit practice that answers the eternal question, so what? Intended insights that make readers better auditors by Monday morning, and style alignment with what the IIA expects: professional but not stuffy, informative but not academic. You know, Leonardo da Vinci had to pitch his ideas to patrons before creating masterpieces. Today's thought leaders do the same thing with editors and publishers. Some things never change. The pitch matters. Discussion board requirements. Before we dive into topic selection, let me highlight something important. To support your Milestone 1 development, you'll be participating in a discussion board activity this week. This discussion is your sandbox, your focus group, and your safety net all in one. Your initial post is due Wednesday by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time and should include your proposed article title. Working title is fine. The specific issue or challenge your article will address. why this topic matters to internal auditors today, what insight or takeaway you'll provide, and what inspired you to choose this topic. Think of this as your proposal's first draft, a chance to get peer feedback before your final submission on Sunday. And don't just fire and forget. You need to respond to at least 2 classmates on 2 different days with substantive feedback. Each response should be at least 100 words and include constructive feedback on their topic's clarity and focus, suggestions to narrow or strengthen their scope, recommendations for examples or frameworks, and 1 follow-up question to deepen their thinking. And yes, this discussion is worth 10 points. Don't leave those points on the table, people. Choosing your topic. Choosing your topic is like selecting the foundation for a skyscraper. Pick weak ground and everything collapses. Choose solid bedrock and you can build something remarkable that stands the test of time. Don't bite off more than you can chew with overly broad topics like the future of internal auditing. That's not a topic, that's a textbook series. Narrow it down to something you can nail in 1,500 to 2,000 words. Strong topics that would make me sit up straight in my chair might include how internal auditors can evaluate cybersecurity governance during a cloud migration at tech companies like Salesforce or Oracle, practical approaches to ESG auditing for manufacturing firms facing new EU sustainability reporting standards, addressing data analytics skills gaps in financial service audit teams at regional banks, internal audit's role in retail supply chain assurance post-COVID at companies like Target or Walmart, or how healthcare internal auditors can effectively test telehealth compliance risks. With the recent SEC climate disclosure rules shaking things up, there's a golden opportunity to tackle how internal audit can validate sustainability metrics before external reporting. That's the kind of timely topic that gets published. Take a second right now to jot down 2 to 3 potential topics that spark your interest. What's happening in your workplace that others could learn from? What keeps your CAE up at night? What problem have you solved that others are still struggling with? But wait, before you lock in that topic, there's something crucial you need to understand about your audience, something that could make or break your entire approach. Understanding the IIA audience. Listen up, folks. Internal Auditor Magazine isn't some stuffy academic journal where you need 50 footnotes and jargon only 5 people understand. This is boots-on-the-ground material for real practitioners who are drowning in audit requests while trying to keep their teams motivated. As they say in the auditing world, nobody has time to read a dissertation when there's a risk assessment due tomorrow and the CFO is blowing up your phone. Your writing needs to be accessible to international readers, accessible to busy professionals, and accessible to executives who might just skim the headings looking for value. Your writing should be clear as crystal, not foggy as a London morning, practical as a Swiss Army knife, not theoretical as a philosophy class, globally relevant, not stuck in a single regulatory system, active voice that pops, not passive voice that fizzles, and structured with subheadings that guide, not walls of text that intimidate. Remember, when you write for everyone, you connect with no one. Write for the busy chief audit executive who needs solutions yesterday. As Jay-Z would say, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. Your article needs to position you as the business, the go-to expert on your chosen topic. The best way to nail this tone? Read a couple articles from the magazine. Visit https://internalauditorthae.org in or through our Tamukta Library's Business Source Complete database. Spend 20 minutes there and you'll save yourself hours of revision later. Trust me on this one. I've seen brilliant content rejected simply because the writer didn't understand their audience. Proposal format and example. Just like how Deloitte's latest report on audit transformation keeps it concise and action-oriented with those slick executive summaries, your proposal should be crisp. 250 to 400 words max. Think of your proposal as the audit trail that leads to publication. Every element needs to be traceable back to a valuable reader outcome. Here's the blueprint. Your title should intrigue like a mystery novel. Your overview should inform like breaking news. Your relevance should convince like a closing argument. Your takeaways should promise value like a warranty. And your style notes should demonstrate you understand the IIA's vibe like a longtime member. Remember my golden rule. If you can't explain your idea in an elevator ride, you haven't refined it enough. Even something as simple as your title deserves extraordinary attention. Effective controls for remote teams puts people to sleep. Remote controls, 5 ways to prevent work-from-home audit disasters, makes people want to read more. Let me share an example that hits all the right notes. One of my star students wrote this proposal last semester. Title: The ESG Audit. Dilemma: Balancing Risk and Reputation. Overview: This article will explore the growing demand for ESG assurance services and the evolving role of internal audit in reviewing non-financial disclosures. It will examine the internal auditor's role in verifying ESG reporting accuracy, particularly in organizations preparing voluntary or mandatory ESG disclosures. Relevance: ESG assurance is becoming a key service area for audit departments as regulatory frameworks, such as the SEC's climate-related disclosure rules, are introduced. Internal auditors need a clear, practical approach for addressing these engagements. Takeaways: The article will propose a 4-step ESG audit framework, supported by real-world application examples from the healthcare sector. IIA alignment. The tone will be professional and practical, written in clear, accessible language with subheadings to guide readers. The article will focus on solution-based insights. That's how it's done. Notice how specific and focused it is? That's what we're aiming for. Evaluation criteria. Let's talk about how I'll be evaluating your proposal. This milestone is worth 10 points based on 5 key criteria. Topic focus, 2 points. Is your topic specific, timely, and clearly described? Relevance to practice, 2 points. Have you clearly explained why this matters to internal auditors? Insight and value, 2 points. Have you described the intended takeaways or solutions you'll provide? IIA style alignment, 2 points. Does your proposal reflect the tone and structure appropriate for the IIA audience? Professional writing, 2 points. Is your proposal well written, logical, and free of errors? Think of these criteria as the 5 vital signs of a healthy proposal. If all 5 are strong, your topic is ready for development. Submission guidelines. Let's wrap this up with the nitty-gritty details, the fine print that separates the professionals from the amateurs. Submit your proposal by Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time via Canvas. Format: Microsoft Word, .docx, or PDF, not Pages, not Google Docs, I'm looking at you, Mac users. File name: last name _ ACCT 5370 _ M1 _ proposal. Example: Fulmore _ A CCT 5370 _ M1 proposal. Here's the plot twist. You must receive my feedback before moving to milestone 2. If your topic needs a pivot, I'll guide you. But why wait for the deadline? Schedule time with me this week for a pre-submission consult. I've saved many students from topic choice disaster with a simple 15-minute video call. As I always say, preparation prevents poor performance in publishing. Closing. This milestone isn't just another assignment, it's the launching pad for your professional voice in the auditing universe. Where your ideas speak, the profession listens. Like Tony Stark building his first Iron Man suit in that cave, what you create here could be the prototype for your professional superpower. It might be rough around the edges at first, but it's the foundation of something extraordinary. When I published my first article on IT audit frameworks, I had no idea it would lead to speaking at conferences in 3 countries. Your journey might start with this simple proposal, but there's no telling where it might take you. I'm incredibly excited to see what topics you bring to the table. Take your time, do your homework, and craft something that showcases not just what you know, but how you think about this profession. This is Dr. Fulmore signing off until next time, when we'll transform your proposal into an outline that sings. Let's get to work, future thought leaders. Where the numbers speak, we must listen.